America's.
I'm moving to China. New York City. I am moving to China tomorrow.
Oh, as a black person living in China right now, as I am, you're good. I'm walking freely, talking freely, ain't no issues.
Hello guys, welcome back to Vibe Reacts. Now, did you guys had an idea that Black Americans are now relocating to China? Nope, you didn't. Now let me tell you guys, the thing is that there's something happening in America, something that can no longer be hidden, guys. Something that it's really affecting people and making them to pack up their luggages, pack up their bags, and start looking for a better tomorrow in China. Let me give you a hint of whatever that is happening in America. Now, you know, many people, they really showed up during the elections and they voted for Donald Trump, hoping that all is going to be well, hoping that their life is going to change. But it's so unfortunate that nothing has changed. If it is leadership, it is fading. The economy, it is very unstable. People feel heartbroken and also betrayed, because we thought that when we elect this person, when this person comes into power, our lives are going to change. Our lives are no longer going to be the same. But nothing like that happened. Life is now like double hard. Life is super hard. They can't even manage anything. They can't even do anything for themselves. Affording to pay rent is something like a big challenge to them. Now, stay tuned, because whatever we're going to uncover, it's not about Black Americans. Nope. It's about the America itself. Let's quickly watch the video as we come back for discussions.
I'm so tired from a night of fame.
Tiny little girls are so cute. And
This is a lot of people. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Alright, I'm behind you. I'm really nobody.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, I'm nobody.
Oh, I'm not an athlete. I don't think you want. Yeah.
Physio.
Can we take a photo?
Sure. We're gonna look cute. Let's do this. Alright, let's go. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. For you, right? Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. We got it. Lady Gaga, this is how you feel?
Guys, it's not just China. It's the rest of the world. The world. Like, do you understand that everyone in the world is figuring out that they've also been lied to about what we're dealing with here, and that we're the great? Like, just wait until you hear the comments that I've been getting from the rest of the world. Okay, ready? Here we go. From Brazil, our private hospitals are much cheaper than theirs when they have insurance. They have to pay for things like holding their baby after birth. Yes, we do. There is a charge on our hospital bill. In Brazil, we have free healthcare and medication, as well as universities, and we get 1 month of paid vacation from our companies. New Yorker here, born and raised, and moved to the Netherlands, spent 7 weeks in the ICU, spent $300, was fed steak, salmon, veggies. The nurse came to me with an iPad menu. My kids have great daycare and school. I'm from Mexico. I lived 14 years in the USA. Is the truth that you don't have a life, you just work to live? I returned to Mexico and I'm 100% better. What? You pay for an ambulance? Damn. Love from Denmark. In Sweden, you only pay $140 for hospital bills. Once you've paid up to $140, it's totally free to go to the hospital.
I moved out of the US 5 months ago, and it was the best decision I've ever made. I was living in New York City, and then I accepted a job in Beijing and moved in February. It's been absolutely life-changing, absolutely life-changing. Since I left, I had like American blindfolds on, and now being out of America, they're completely removed. I've realized so much being out of the States that the way that Americans live is not normal. The way that politicians are enacting laws and speaking to people and detaining people and shooting people, like, that's not normal. People don't live like that. And I think people of my generation and the generation below me have gotten so used to absorbing news like that of mass shootings and crime and hate crimes and these crazy laws that are stripping away their rights, that we're just kind of like, oh, that's just how it is. Like, this is normal. It's not. It's not. I walk around outside alone at night, and I've never once feared for my life here. I've never once experienced hate crime. I've never once witnessed hate crime. I've never once witnessed racism here in China. Some countries are worse than others, and I do know that there's a lot of countries that they have their issues, and there are racist people around the world and hate crime around the world. I do understand. But the way that America is set up, it's kind of like we're conditioned to just learn that this is just the normal way of life, and they're almost enabling it through the laws that they're passing and the rights that they're taking away.
Dog, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I really get the fuck out of this goddamn country. And I wanted to leave, when I was deploying and traveling when I was in the military, and I finally got exposed to, the outside bubble beyond, movies and TV screens, right? And, being like 19, 18, 20 years old and experiencing Japan and Dubai and Jordan and Kuwait and, France and all these different places, I'm like, wow, bro, like, America stinks. And it doesn't have to be this way, And, like, a lot of times people be like, oh, well, there's racism in other countries and da-da-da. And it's like when I was in Japan, the racism as a black person you might experience, like, you still have the luxury of being American, you know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna tell y'all, this is how it go. It's simple. It sound unreal, but this is how it go in China. Once you get hired by a good company, they're gonna buy your ticket to get there. They're gonna help you get all your visa, get everything settled. The next thing they're gonna do, they're gonna ask you, do you have a family? Because if you have a family, that means they're gonna buy you a bigger apartment so your family can be comfortable. They're not gonna put you in no small apartment if you have a family of 2, 3, 4. Next, they're gonna buy the apartment. They're gonna show you videos and photos. Then you can negotiate your own salary. If it's a good company, you can get paid $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, up to $4,000 or $5,000 a month. This is with no apartment, no bills, no expenses. They cover everything. And I'm not Christian or anything, but if you want to go home for the holiday, they can pay for your round trip ticket to go home.
Now that you've watched the video, let's quickly talk about it. Now, guys, you've seen the video, you've seen mixed reactions of people. You've seen people that they really want to go to China. Others, they've already arrived and they feel so good and they feel themselves right now. People, they're tired with the kind of life they were having back in the USA, whereby it was causing them stress. It was just giving them crisis. They were not like doing that well. But now, moving to China, it really excites them because now they can start all over again from the bottom and rise up. And also, at least these our Black American brothers and sisters, they can now be able to get good job opportunities, that they are no longer underpaying them because of their color, because of these racial stereotypes. At least they can get good jobs with good pay. And as you watched the video, you've heard the guy that was saying that China is so amusing, whereby, like, when you get a job over there, they stand for 100% of everything. Now you can imagine how life is there compared to the US. Back then in the US, life was so hard, in that to afford even some things like maybe housing, food, it was so difficult. You see, in China, housing, food, rent, like medical care, it is so affordable, in that you can live that kind of life that you wanted, that luxurious life that you wanted, and you're so comfortable with it, and you can afford it. very comfortably. No pressure, no stress at all. You also see a story about racism. Racism in China, it's not that well rooted or even in the history or something like that compared to America. Here in China, people are curious to know, "Hi, how are you black? Like, how do you feel being black?" Not in a bad way, but they just want to know you more. They don't discriminate you because you're black or you're white. They don't do that. But in America, racism is something that it is rooted. Racism, it is something that it is everywhere. You'll go to schools, you'll find racism there. You go to jobs, you won't get that job actually because you're black. And if you get that job, you are underpaid. And you cannot complain because the moment you raise that voice of yours, we are made that we are seen in a way that we cannot make our decisions. So the moment you stand up like a strong, powerful black man or woman and raise that voice, my dear brothers or sisters, you're pictured as an aggressive person. And this can even end up in jail. Guys, you see, many black Americans, I feel as many black Americans, as you all have watched the video, you can see like the way they are happy walking in streets, very happy. No one is there to judge them, to question them, to discriminate them because of their color. There's nothing like that. They actually feel safe. You know, in the US, they create a certain environment whereby you're not safe. You feel like, apana, I'm not comfortable with this kind of life. But in China, it's way much better. You're free, you have freedom of speech, you can talk, you can interact with people. People want to know more about you, your culture, and music, which is vice versa to the US. Well, for me, I feel like those black Americans have done the best thing. Because, guys, let me tell you, the best idea or the best decision of moving to China is one of the best things they have done. Because you know why? Let me tell you, maybe you're outside there, you're very educated, you're very learned, you have skills, you're experienced, name them all, but you have no job. You can't afford your housing, you can't afford your clothing, your food, and also to take care of some bills here and there and your kids. Do you know you can just go to China, import some goods, their clothes, their dishes, their cutleries, it's super cheap and affordable. You can just import those things and then bring them to whichever country that you are in. For example, if they're in the USA, they can bring to there and then they start selling. By that I mean they can get a good mini business. They can get a good money for themselves and they'll be building empires, building themselves, you know, compared to living. America is collapsing for real. If the MAGA supporters themselves, they usually go live daily crying, regretting. Some they even feel devastated, they feel disgusted because they really trusted that Donald Trump will come and save their lives. But look, what did Donald Trump do? Guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Please go subscribe, go share, go like the video. Thank you so much for watching the video. One love.